Going live. You're live. This is the aaronzero show with another edition of Today's Noise. And what do we have in today's noise? Well, one piece of noise struck me as very important. Indo American Congressman Ro Khanna, while on a visit to the West Bank area, which is an area inhabited by the Palestinians or whatever remains of them, was stopped and detained by Israeli settlers, young people with guns, and also the IDF for 1 hour there. And he had gone to survey the scene and he found a village had been destroyed, a school had been destroyed. And he said, here were these hoodlums with M4 rifles, 20 years old, 21 years old, supplied by the USA. And of course, the IDF also has equipment all supplied by USA. So it is high time that USA dismantled the state of Israel and sent the Israelis to live somewhere else. As it is, they're living on stolen land that's not theirs. And the nuclear bomb stuff should be also dismantled and sent away. Give a bomb to Iran, that's what I would say. And Israel is a rogue state, out of control state, basically. That's what it is. So it is lucky that Mr. Khanna did not have any serious incident uh, with himself, with the interaction between these rogue people. And it is high time USA got its act together and went really hard on Israel. And because this is a rogue state and the whole world knows it, so many countries have cut diplomatic ties with Israel. And Spain, for example, does not want to deal with Israel at all, and a lot of the other European countries too. They are cutting all kinds of assistance and whatever. Because you have a genocidal state which has been responsible for the murder of, at the very minimum, 100,000 Palestinians or more. And now they are busy trying to occupy more parts of Gaza and put up more settlements and then claim that this is part of Israel. That is the game plan, basically. Mr. Netanyahu is a war criminal and he should be prosecuted to the fullest extent and get the maximum punishment, basically. That is my opinion. And usually murderers are executed, and that should be his fate, basically. Otherwise, who's going to be held responsible for all the innocent Palestinian children, women, etc., who have been killed in cold blood by the IDF? And this is not my saying it, this is reports that have come through by independent resources that we see in the media. In other news, the tit for tat rhetoric between USA and Iran continues. And Mr. Trump says that he will give 1,000 missiles on Iran if they plan to assassinate him. And why shouldn't they want to assassinate him? After all, he dropped the bombs on Iran first, unprovoked, and killed so many people there. Anyway, so Iran and Oman are discussing the Strait of Hormuz. And of course, America wants free passage in the Strait of Hormuz. Well, you shouldn't have attacked Iran some months ago. It was free passage at that time. There was no Iranian fee or anything of the sort. This whole scenario has been created solely and wholly by USA and Mr. Trump's actions. And so Iran and Oman are discussing ways that they can benefit from having navigation fees, etc., for ships going through the Hormuz Strait. In my own feeling, the world has to get its act together and stop buying crude oil. So in India, of course, they are trying to do that with the E20 ethanol fuel and so on and so forth, and have the flex cars. It's going to be a time, but I can say this: if Brazil can do it, then India can do it. And Brazil has done it about more than 50 years, 60 years ago, where they had all the cars running on ethanol uh, derived from sugarcane. And if Brazil can do it, India can do it too. That is my feeling. And they have done it successfully. And I do remember long ago at an India International Trade Fair, Brazil had brought its modified cars, but nobody in India was interested at that time. And if they had got the ball rolling at that time, we would have been self sufficient in ethanol, and there would have been no import of crude oil at all, which would have saved the country billions of dollars in foreign exchange, etc. Anyway, that's my take of it. The local Delhi rock indie pop band, Euphoria, celebrated its 38th year of existence, and Pralas Sen, who's actually a doctor also, and the frontman talked about it, and they are still going strong after so many years. And they came in, the band was started in the 1988 when Mr. Sen was in college, and he wrote a song, Heaven is on the Seventh Floor. But then they found that the audiences wanted Hindi pop songs, and so they catered to that whim. Otherwise, they originally started as a cover band, and then they graduated from that, and the MTV video scene happened in India with MTV, MTV Asia, etc. And they managed to get some videos put on that, and that gave them more popularity. And then they had an album called Doom, which came out in 1998, I believe, and that set the ball rolling for them. And they did 100 concerts per year. They also played in Turkey, Japan, and Russia, amongst other places, and also at the UN General Assembly in, I believe, 2001. And they co partnered with the Pakistani rock band Junoon. So, quite a trailblazing band of the Indian pop scene, and it's still alive and kicking and probably going stronger. And of course, quite unusual is that the front man is a doctor who is specialized in orthopedic surgery, I believe. So, quite unusual. And so they are going strong. And in other news, what do we have? Well, there was a tourist accident in Vietnam where 15 Indians lost their lives when a boat capsized there. And India and New Zealand have signed an agreement with 18 agreements and memorandum of understanding. So it's going to bring Indian and New Zealand navies together. So it's Mr. Modi's plan to have Australia and New Zealand also as partners to keep an eye on Chinese movement in the area, which is a good idea, basically. And India, Australia, and New Zealand and Indonesia can partner and keep an eye on Chinese moves in the area. And that's about it. We are surviving after the Delhi deluge, but we're waiting for more rain, even though the rain has caused pain with some house collapse and tree collapses and stuff. But on that note, we wish you a wonderful day and subscribe by the billion.